by fire unto Elohim, sweet savor, and a drink offering. Therefore shall wine the fourth part. And maybe I'll skip some of this because we don't have to do all the meat offerings. Ye shall bring out of your habitation, ye shall offer with, and the priest shall wave, and you reap the harvest. 23:21. Skipping some of the details about the offering of the lamb. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. So that means after slavery too. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thine shalt not make clean residence of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of the harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and the stranger. I am Elohim. And this goes back to, helping the less fortunate. It still ain't, nothing changed, you know what I'm saying? We just modify a little how we hear, because we're dealing with cash most of the time. You give it to the Most High, set a little bit aside, You see Bobby walking down, you know what I'm saying? Kenny, I had a dream about Kenny the other night, man. I was like, Kenny, where you been? You know what I'm saying? You see Kenny, hit him off there. Kenny. Kevin. Yeah.
That's good that you have. That's good.
Yeah, people were less fortunate or whatnot, still set a little bit aside for them too. 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Shabbat, a memorial blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Elohim. And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. This is the day that this is a mandatory fast, not optional. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offering made by fire unto Elohim, which the offering would be Yahushua Mashiach. And ye shall do no work in that day, in the same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Elohim. So, this is one of these days, get yourself right, self-regulation. Get that tune up. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And right now, a lot of people are cut off from the Most High right now because you're not pleasing him. You're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And the Most High got you outside of the camp. Just like we're talking about you're blessed inside of his law, statutes, and commandments, but if you don't keep it, you're on the outside. And a lot of people are on the outside. You know what I'm saying? 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work there in that same day, the same soul will be destroyed from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. In all your dwellings. This is keeping the feast day in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Shabbat of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls, fasting. In the 9th day of the month at eve, from eve unto evening, shall ye celebrate your Shabbats. And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto Elohim. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Another Shabbat type day. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Elohim. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Elohim. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of Elohim, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto Elohim, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offering, everything upon his day. And again, this is Yahushua Mashiach. We placed that at this point. besides the Shabbat of Elohim, and besides your gifts, and besides your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto Elohim. So you know how people, oh man, I'm gonna make a New Year revolution. This is your New Year revolution. You know, this is when you're making your, you know, hey, Most High, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to do this. You know, this is that time. 39. And in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto Elohim 7 days. On the first day shall be a Shabbat, and on the 8th day shall be a Shabbat. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palms trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before Elohim your Abba, your Yah, 7 days. Rejoice. This is a fun time. And ye shall keep it a feast unto Elohim 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths. So this is the time when, you know, set up a tent in your front room or something, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want to do Brother Ishmael, get that camping thing in the backyard or whatever. You know, this is it's a type of affliction too, to remember how you were in the wilderness. You know, don't forget. You know what I'm saying? 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are in Israel born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths. You see how the Most High is bringing these situations, this time, to get you to meditate. Oh man, this is what my ancestors was doing. Oh man, I wonder why we, you know what I'm saying? It's to bring you remembrance, to keep His ways on your mind continuously. When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am Elohim. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of Elohim. 25. And Elohim spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Shabbat unto Elohim. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in thy fruit thereof. But in the 7th year it shall be a Shabbat of rest unto the land, a Shabbat for Elohim. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither shall the grapes of thy vineyard undress. For it is a year of rest unto the land, and the Shabbat of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thine hired servant, for thy strangers, and sojourners with thee, and for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in thy land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. And thou shalt number 7 Shabbats of years unto thee 7 times 7 years, and the space of the 7 Shabbats of years shall be unto you 49 years. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month, in the day of atonement. Shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land. I don't think none of y'all got worried about it. I think one just happened about, the last one happened in 2008. So that's 2058. I don't know if y'all got a 50 in you, man. I don't know if y'all got 50 in you.
Right on that.
I might got 50 in me. I might got 50 in you.
Yeah. Our Shabbat already happened, man, about a couple years ago.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah.
That was the Jubilee. So I don't think y'all got to worry about Jubilee too much. Y'all know Ishmael Hill, boy. Man. 50 years from now, you know. And ye shall hallow but it's good to teach others, though. And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty through all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. A jubilee shall, so that means anything that it truly belongs to you, is you borrowed it out or whatever you did to it, gotta return to you. You know what I'm saying? You go to somebody, hey man, you know your thing, you gotta give me that back. You know, pray to the Most High, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, you gotta give me back that.
Years get all your stuff.
Yeah, you gotta get it back, you know what I'm saying?
No slave, no all that.
Because it's all about inheritance. You know what I'm saying? That's why old dude didn't sell his garden to Jezebel's husband, Ahab, because he's like, nah, it's mine. I can't sell my inheritance. It's mine. You know what I'm saying? And so he would have had to wait 50 years to get that back. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is mine. A jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it, or in it of thy vineyards undressed. For it is the jubilee. It shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field. In the year of the jubilee ye shall return every man unto his possession. And if thou shalt aught unto thy neighbor, or bias aught of thy neighbor hand, ye shall not oppress one another, according to the number of years after the jubilee. Thou shalt buy of thy neighbor, and according unto the number of years of the fruits he shall sell unto thee. According to the multitude of years thou shalt increase the price thereof, and according to the fewness of years thou shalt diminish the price of it. For according to the number of the years of the fruits doeth he shall unto thee. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear Elohim, for I am Elohim your Yah. Wherefore ye shall do my statutes, and keep my judgments, and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land in safety, and the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your full, and dwell therein safely. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, nor gather in our increase. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years. And ye shall sow the 8th year, and eat yet of old fruit until the 9th year, until her fruits come in. Ye shall eat of the old store. The land shall not be sold forever, for the land is mine. For ye are strangers and sojourners with me, and in all the land of your possession ye shall grant a redemption for the land. If thy brother be waxen poor, and hath sold away some of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold. And if, that's what Yahushua Mashiach came to do also. And if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to redeem it, then let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possession. But if he be not able to restore it to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that hath bought it until the year of the Jubilee. And in the Jubilee, boy, you got about one time to make a mistake in your life, boy. I get it back when I'm about 65. I can get it back by then, you know. Y'all will give me that much time. I come back.
With your life, man.
I come back in 50. You see how long he had to wait to restore that issue he had? That's what other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, brother, around that time, you know, the Most High, you know, like you said, you messed up a certain part of your life, and then you had to pay for it, you know, and then you you start to get some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what we need to avoid, you know, that mistake, because man, it's a long process.
It's a long process.
It's a long process. It's a long process. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we gotta keep the law, statutes, and commandments to avoid that correction period. You don't want to be in that correction period because you're stuck. For 50 years right here, until the Jubilee, you stuck.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You stuck.
You know what I said? A man gonna have this.
You know what I'm saying? So get it. That's why we must be hasty in learning of the Most High ways, laws, statutes, and commandments, so we can avoid traps. Because if Satan can just get you to sell that, and the Most High is going to have you use that for the benefit of the kingdom, Satan just put a 50-year pause on that.
There you go.
50-year pause on that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing that right now today.
All the time. You know, all Satan got to do is slow you up.
That's what he's trying to do.
Slow you. I can't kill you. I slow you up.
Yeah, you only got 100 years. Don't be
hey, you know what I'm saying? You
slow
ain't got
you down when you're old and stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
For the kingdom.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got 2 Jubilees in you, know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got, the Most High probably deal with you 10 years later from now, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of them, That's what happened with Jacob. You know, he had to pay for that mistake. You know what I'm saying? You know, he could have been out doing other stuff.
21 years you know? For that. Yeah. So
that's why we got to try to do right to avoid the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll slow you up. And if 29. And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it. And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. But the houses of the villages which have no wall about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. Notwithstanding, the cities, and that's another thing right here. So sometimes, you sell something, it's a wrap. Done. Final. Ain't no coming back from that. It's final. Notwithstanding, the cities of the Levites and the houses of the city of their possession may the Levites redeem at any time, because they the priests, they come with certain, saying privileges. And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of his possession shall go out in the year of the Jubilee. For the houses of the city of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. And if thy brother be waxen poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him, yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. Take thou no usury of him, or increase. But, so, in Zion, you ain't supposed to be like, hey, man, pay me back for interest.
That's right.
Can't
be taxing them,
man. You can't, that's what, you can't do that to your brother. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase. I am Elohim, your Yah, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, to give you the land of Canaan, and to be your Yah. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant, but as a hired servant, and as a sojourner. So, somebody, basically, you get power over somebody, don't go crazy. 57 years, Bill! Hard labor! Bring the ball and chain, yeah! Bring it back. Because some people, will go, you owe me. They will go. They will go.
Smile on their face.
You owe me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of
wicked smile.
And that's how a lot of pimps, they get these girls, these females, they trap them. Oh, I spent $1,200 on you. You owe me. You gotta go whore yourself out. That's wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be doing that. But you ain't supposed to do that irregardless. But that's just an example of taking advantage of somebody. And then shall 41. 1. And then shall he depart from thee, both and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and to the possession of his father shall he return. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor. And rigor means severity. Just like I was just saying, you know what I'm saying? Pay me my money! You know, like in the New Testament, you know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to hear that, you know what I'm saying? He want his money, man. Like, it was $10. Man, you get all that for $10. $10. I mean, there's some stories you go online, man. You got people getting murdered for $5, $10.
That's right.
A pack of ramen noodles. I mean, you know, you got some boy. But the IRS taking $10, $20, $100,000, they ain't doing nothing. They get that's wrong. They did that. Why you ain't putting your hands on the IRS like that? Because they know what it is, and that's wickedness, man. That's wickedness.
They ain't do that to the IRS.
No, they can do it, you know, but the hammer gonna come down on you because you know that, you ain't. You don't want that fight, but somebody owe you $5. I'm gonna kill him. Call the police. This is wickedness, man. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession, and ye shall take them as an inheritance of your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. And that goes back to with Abraham, you know, with his servants. You know, he had servants with that's who he sent to go get Isaac, his wife. So this is a part of customs that the Most High set up in Israel. Obviously, we can't. You know, Israel too broke to have servants. You know, it's too broke. You know what I'm saying? Too. I can't pay you this week, Samantha. I'm sorry. you have to go down there to the welfare. I can't.
Go down to the soup kitchen. Come on.
Now, them fake Jews in the land of Israel, they got slaves, bondmen, boy, they out there.
Money too.
They got money, but they got the real.
I can speak on that because when I was in Israel, in Jerusalem, man, me and my friend, I didn't know better. We went to a party, and you know, one of the slave girls was for me. You know, well, I didn't understand that, but that's how they do it, man. From their house, man. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, so they are not the real Hebrew Israelites, but they do take on the customs of the Hebrew Israelites. But you know
they get all that money.
Well, you know what I mean. You know the customs like this and certain customs.
And the only reason they took them on because when they first got in there, lion was the killing.
But they also the children of Judah. They're Edom. They're Edom. They're Edomites. That's what the people over there are. They come from descendants of Edom. But yeah, they still doing that to this day, man. You know, they in New York, a lot of Jewish people in New York. I remember one story. They had a woman chained up. Some woman from Somalia or something, some African woman. They had her chained up in there.
Had the troopers chained up.
they you know what I'm saying. So I guess they didn't get the scripture. Everything is lawful, but not expedient. Because you know, because we're not in Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying, we're in a different land. So you know, when you're in Rome, you know, just like you couldn't do certain things, even if you were Hebrews like in Rome, because they wouldn't allow it. So, if a sojourner or a stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family. So, you know, this is another example, you know what I'm saying. Israel didn't mistreat their servants and handmaids, you know what I'm saying. You know, That's why you look at Abraham, you know, and there's a law, I'll probably get to it too, where a servant was treated so good that he was like, man, I'll be your servant forever. And he had to go before the elders, and they was like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'll be in his house forever.
All through his ear.
And they put one through his ring through his ear, and that was, you know, hey, I'm in the house of Abraham for life. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So now y'all said when you put earrings in your ear, you are a slave to something. 9 times 10, the earrings now people wear are a slave to Satan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta be. Satan is very tricky with certain things. You gotta be careful if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. That's why you gotta study Torah. But I was pointing this out that Hebrew Israelite that's not customary to mistreat servants. After that, Israelites will have servants in the kingdom. After that, he is sold. He may be rendered again. One of his brethren may redeem him, either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him, or if he be able, he may redeem himself. And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him unto the year of the Jubilee, and the price of his sale shall be according unto the number of years, according to the time of hired servant shall it be with him. If there be yet many years behind, according unto them he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. You know what this sounds like to me? NBA, NFL. Because they got contractual agreements, and if they sometimes they gotta pay back money. Hey man, I want out this contract. It's yeah, that's all NFL, NBA, all that stuff is slavery. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight. And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out of the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Elohim, your Yah. 26. And ye shall make ye no idols, nor graven images, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land, to bow down unto it. For I am Yah, your Elohim. Ye shall keep my Shabbats and reverence my statutes. I am Elohim.
Sanctuary.
And reverence my sanctuary. I am Elohim. The graven images. Got to be very careful about that. Some are blunter than others. Some are trickier than others. Like I know in Brazil they have a Caesar Borgia statue that people bow down to.
Oh, that big old statue of
Caesar Borgia,
Caesar Borgia.
That ain't crazy. That ain't got Husham Mashiach. But they do that to mock. Satan do that to mock. A lot of people bow down to that image. Mary, all these other gods and idols. If ye walk in my statute and keep my commandments and do them, then will I give you rain in due season. Then will I give you rain in due season. Then, I feel the anointing of prosperity in this church. He just want to rain on ya. He gonna rain on ya. You a wicked sinner, but he gonna rain on you. No, he's not. He's not gonna rain any type of blessings on you. And the blessings that are on you are from the devil to keep you in that state. I feel the anointing. You feel the anointing of Satan. Okay? Not the anointing of Yahushua Mashiach. If ye, then will I give you rain in due season. And check that out, in due season. in due season, at a certain point. And the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall rejoice their fruit. And your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. Boy, you up in there just eating big grapes and, watermelon slices. Rebecca, how the lamb doing? You up in there just chilling. You ever see some lions just chilling in the safari, just chilling, it's another day, living life, man. Yeah, glory to God. That's how you get these type of blessings, these Psalms 23 type blessings. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. And your enemies shall fall by you by the sword. For I will have respect unto you. Woo! For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful, and multiply you, and establish my covenant with you. And ye shall eat old store, and bring forth the old because of the new. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. And I will walk among you, and will be your Yah, and ye shall be my people. I am Elohim, your Yah, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye shall not be their bondmen. And I have broken the bands of your yoke, and made you go upright. So first the Most High broke the physical, and then he let it on came and broke the. He gave opportunity to for the physical bonds to be broken and the spiritual bonds to be broken. But people just can't get enough of that pots of meat in Egypt. Can't get enough of it. Sleeping with your mother, just can't get enough of it. Sleeping with your sister, being a whore, just can't get enough of it. I just can't get it out of my system, and then you go back into bondage, you know what I'm saying? But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes. See, there's a lot of people when they get married, they need to talk about both sides of this. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the good, when I do you right, do me right, I'm going to love you, all that. But if you do not, I'm going to put you away. I'm going to see how the Most High with the marriage. I got all this good stuff for you. But if you perhaps don't do it, then, this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to be able to live together, Bobby. I'm going to separate from you, Bobby, if you do me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and burning herb, that shall consume the eyes, and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in the vine, for your enemies shall eat it up. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They shall hate you, shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. See, I will also send. I'll skip some of this because he up in there cursing Israel at this point. I will scatter you. But it's a lot of boys. Always with the Most High. It's like 10 verses of blessings in a long game. He just get that pen and just start going with it. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna hang you up by a tree. I'm gonna do this to you. But yeah, for all that when they yield land enemies. Okay, 27. Chapter 27. I'll skip the rest of that because it's just the curses. Boy, I mean, goodness, boy. And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When a man shall make a singular vow, the persons shall be for Elohim by thy estrangement. What is that?
Explanation.
Intimidation.
To that means valuation, some type of estimate. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old. Even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver after the shekels of the sanctuary. And if it be a female, then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels. And if it be from 5 years old even till 20 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male child 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. And if it be for a month old even unto 5 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 5 shekels of silver, and for the male thy estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. And if it be 40 from 60 years old and above, it is be a male, then thy estimation shall be 50 shekels, and for a female 10 shekels. But if he be poorer than thy expectation, then he shall present himself before the priest, and the priest shall value him according to his ability. Shall the priest value him? It's almost like a welfare system at verse 8. You know, you want to go down to the office, and they want to get your number, see if you lying or not, see if you pull up in a Benz or you pulled up on a bus pass. Are you really broke or are you lying? And if it be a beating, wherefore a man bring an offering unto Elohim, all that any man giveth of such unto Elohim shall be holy. Check it out too. Pay close attention to that last part. And if it be a beast whereof man bring an offering unto Elohim, all that any man giveth of such unto Elohim shall be holy. You know what I'm saying? So anything you offer to the Most High, make sure it's holy. Cooking, singing, marriage, anything, children, it need to be holy. He shall not alter it, nor change it, a good for a bad, or a bad for a good. And if he shall at all change the beast for beast, then it and the exchange thereof shall be holy. And if it be any unclean beast of which they do not offer a sacrifice unto Elohim, then he shall present the beast before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad, as thou value it. Who art the priest so shall it be. But if he will at all redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part thereof unto thy estimation. And when a man shall sanctify his house to be holy unto Elohim, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad, as the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand. And if he that sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of the expectation unto it, and it shall be his. And if a man shall sanctify unto Elohim some part of a field of his possession, then thy estimation shall be according to thy seed thereof. A homer of barley seed shall be valued a 50 shekel of silver. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to the estimation, it shall stand. But if he sanctify his field after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon unto him the money according to the year that remaineth, even unto the year of Jubilee, and it shall be abated from thy estimation. That's 18 deducted. And if he that sanctified his field will in any wise redeem it, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of the expectation unto it, and it shall be assured to him. And if he will not redeem the field, or if he have sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed anymore. But if the field, when it goeth out in the Jubilee, shall be holy unto Elohim, as a field devoted, the possession thereof shall be the priest. And if a man sanctify unto Elohim a field which hath bought, which is not of the field of his possession, then the priest shall reckon unto him the worth of the estimation, even unto the year of Jubilee, and he shall give thine estimation in the day as a holy thing unto Elohim. In the year of Jubilee, the field shall return unto him of whom it is bought, even to him to whom the possession of the land did belong. And all their expectation shall be according to the shekel of the sanctuary, 20 burnishes, and shall be shekels. Only the firstling of the beast, which shall be, I skipped that, the rest of that. Exodus 19. Exodus chapter 19. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up unto Elohim, and Elohim called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant. Then ye shall be a particular treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all the word which the Elohim commanded him. And all the people answered together and said unto all that the Elohim had spoke, we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto Elohim. And the Elohim said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto Elohim. And Elohim said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the 3rd day. For the 3rd day Elohim will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai, and thou shalt set bonds unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourselves that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever touches the mount shall be surely put to death. There shall not be a hand touched it, but he shall surely be stoned, or shot through. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. When the trumpet sounded long, they shall come up to the mount. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, Be ready against the 3rd day. Come not at your wives. Have sex not with your wives, be holy. And on the day of atonement, you can't have sex with your wife. And it come to pass on the 3rd day in the morning, that there were thunder and lightning, and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with Elohim, and they stood at the neither part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because Elohim descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of furnace, and the whole mount quaking greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long, and waxed louder and louder, Moses spoke, and Elohim answered him by a voice. And Elohim came down into Mount Sinai on the top of the mount, and Elohim called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. And Elohim said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto Elohim to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also, which come near to Elohim, sanctify themselves, lest the Elohim break forth upon them. And Moses said unto Elohim, the people cannot come to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, set bounds about the mount and sanctify it. And Elohim said unto him, away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron with thee. But let not the priest and the people break through to come up unto Elohim, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses went down unto the people and spake unto them. So, you know what I'm saying? I read that mainly because, just going to let you know that when you come to the Most High, you got to come correct, or it's going to be a hurtful situation if you come incorrect. You know what I'm saying? Just like he kept warning them, hey, don't let nobody, peeping like, what's going on there? Dead. You know what I'm saying? So when you come there, you got to come in a certain way, in a certain stance. You got to come clean. You got to know His laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to be in a position that is acceptable to Him. That's why I mainly read that. Genesis 32, chapter 32, verse 25. Genesis 32, 25. This is another law about eating the thigh bone. And when he saw, this is Jacob wrestling with the angel, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with Elohim and with man, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him, and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Penuel, for I have seen Yah face to face, and my life is preserved. And as he passed over Penuel, the sun arose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel eat not the thigh which shrank, which is upon the hollow of thigh unto this day, because he touches the hollow of Jacob's thigh in the shun that shrank. So, that's another thing about thigh meat, you know what I'm saying? I stopped eating thigh meat about a year ago. So, it's another matter that you might want to, and that's the best piece of chicken too, or, what I'm saying? I don't eat thigh bone. Thigh bone, the best piece of chicken. I don't know what the breast. Nah, man. But
well, when I was a kid, I used to like the back. But my sister argued about it one day so bad, my mother gave me the breast and let her have the back. And after that, you back all the time. I mean,
breast.
Breast all the time.
Breast all the time. Okay. Well, but this is another thing. Well, you ain't got to worry about the thigh. You going for the breast of the thing. Okay. But think about that when you do see the dark meat. Numbers chapter 5. Read a couple more. Numbers chapter 5. This is Numbers chapter 5. And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, command the children of Israel that they put out of the camp every leopard, and every one that hath an issue, and whosoever is defiled by the dead. But both male and female shall ye put out. Without the camp shall ye put them out, that they defile not their camps, in the midst there whereof I dwell. And the children of Israel did so, and put them out without the camp, as Elohim spake unto Moses, so did the children of Israel. And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, when a man or a woman shall commit any sin that man commit to do trespass against Elohim, and that person be guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and he shall recompense his trespass with the principal thereof, and add unto it the fifth part thereof, and give it unto him against whom he hath trespassed. But if a man have no kinsman to recompense the trespass unto, let the trespass be recompense unto Elohim, even to the priest, beside the ram of the atonement, whereby an atonement shall be made for him. And every offering of all the holy things of the children of Israel, which they bring unto the priest, shall be his. And every man's hallowed thigh shall be his. Whatsoever any man giveth the priest, it shall be his. And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the matter, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and it's another aspect, when you commit adultery, your marriage becomes defiled, as just a side note, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to repentance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before Elohim, and the priest shall take holy water in a earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, and the priest shall take and put it on the water, and the priest shall set the woman before Elohim, and uncover the woman's head. And this also goes by, a woman should have her head covered. It's the law. In her hands, which is jealousy offering, and the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causes the curse, and the priest shall charge her by an oath, and say unto the woman, If no man have lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of thine husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causes the curse. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thine husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man have lain with thee beside thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, Elohim make thee a curse and an oath among thy people, when Elohim doeth make thy thigh to rot, and thy belly to swell, and this water that causes the curse shall go into the bowels to make thy belly to dwell, and thy thigh to rot.
Belly to swell.
It's different translations. It's right. Swell, rot, is all the same thing. And the woman shall say, Amen, amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water, and he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causes the curse, and the water that curses the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then the priest shall take the jealous offering out of the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before the Elohim, and offer it upon the altar. And the priest shall take an handful of offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar. And afterwards shall cause the woman to drink the water. And when he hath made her to drink the water, then it shall come to pass that if she be defiled and have done trespass against her husband, that the water that causes the curse shall enter into her, and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thighs shall rot, and the woman shall be cursed among her people. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free, and shall conceive seed. Then is the law of jealousy, when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband, and is defiled, or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before Elohim, and the priest shall execute upon her this law. Then shall the man be guiltless from his iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity. Okay, so, that was just, because that's still going on spiritually right here, because a lot of women are having issues, curses going on right now. And when we get to later on, another time, we get to that in the New Testament. I guess do one more, verse chapter 15.
15 of what?
Numbers 15. When you read about the law, it's no verses, it's just chapters.
No, I said what? You said 15.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. This one was just numbers.
Okay.
And Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye become into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto Elohim, a burnt offering or sacrifice, in performing a vow, or in a free will offering, or in your solemn feast, to make a sweet savor unto Elohim of your herd, out or of your flock, then shall he that offereth his offering unto Elohim bring a meat offering of a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of the hin oil, and the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering that thou shalt prepare with the burnt offering, or sacrifice for one lamb, or for a ram. Thou shalt prepare for it a meat offering, 2 tenth deals of flour mingled with the 3rd part of hin oil, and for the drink offering thou shalt offer the 3rd part of hin of wine for a sweet offer of savor unto Elohim. And when thou preparest a bullock for a burnt offering, or for a sacrifice in performing a vow, or a peace offering unto Elohim, then shall he bring with a bullock, 12, according to the number that ye shall prepare. So shall ye do to every one according to their number. All that are born of the country shall do these things after this manner, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Elohim. And if a stranger should join with you, or whatsoever be among you in your generations, and will offer an offering made